Good morning. So today we're going to talk about how to rebuild the immune system. As many of you know, this is something near and dear to my heart. I look back and I asked my dad a couple months ago, I said, I was never really healthy, was I? And he said, you were always sick. I had a long list of illnesses, eventually culminating in Lyme disease back in 2014. So I know what it's like to be sick, chronically ill. And so I knew that I had to rebuild my immune system. So I decided to make a video out of it. Now, when we deal with the immune system, the top two, everybody wants to think, what kind of supplement, what kind of food, this type of thing. There's two main things that will destroy your immune system. One is stress, okay? So you want to make sure that you locate and eliminate stress. This is physical stress, this is emotional stress, this is whatever. This takes a big, how would you say it? It takes you need to really look at this stuff. You need to take a good moral inventory is a good way to say it. What would you say? How would you put that?
Well, take a stress inventory. Did you do a stress video?
I did it. I haven't done a stress video. We're gonna have to do a stress video, but basically, there's a bunch of different ways of getting stressed. Okay, one way is that if you actually look and write down all the things that you should be doing, and looking at if the things that you're not doing on that list. Also looking at all the things that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. Okay. Basically, what should you be doing, and you know what it is, and what are you not doing, and what are you not doing that you should be doing. Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. There are other things that cause stress. I mean, everybody likes to hone in on their job or people or this type of thing. You can't really control all that. Okay, but you can control what you can do. Okay, so try to locate and eliminate all the stressful things that you can. One of the things that I do is I'll make a list of all the things that are stressing me and then make a plan on what I can do about them. Now, you'll find that you can't do everything about all the stresses that you have, but once you start actually tackling the things that you can, okay, you're more what's called cause over it. In other words, you take control of it somewhat. And that actually is a big morale booster so that you feel a lot better. It's the chronic stress that really depletes your immune system. Does that make sense, Laurie?
It makes sense to me.
Okay. Number 2, cut out sugar. And notice how I don't say cut down, I say cut out. Sugar is a massive immune system depleter. Okay, so cut it out. The other thing is that when we talk about sugar, we're talking about processed sugars. If you look at my other videos, I talk about cutting the carbs down below 70 grams per day. That seems to be the magic number. I've noticed some women need to go down around 40 or 50, and some men can do up to 100 grams a day. I have one athlete, a woman athlete, who's she works out 2 hours a day. She's a beast, and she probably wouldn't like me saying that, but she's strong, extremely strong, and she can probably take more like 100, 150. Okay, but most people need to cut the carbohydrate intake down to about 70 per day. Okay. Number 3, increase fibrous veggies and moderate proteins and fat. What are fibrous veggies? Those are like the leafy green vegetables, kale, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, those types of things. Moderate protein and moderate fat. And of course, you want your fats and your fats you want from nuts, seeds, grass-fed beef, grass-fed dairy, free-range eggs, wild-caught fish, that type of thing. You want really whole fats. You don't want farm-raised fish. You don't want grain-fed beef. You don't want caged chickens and stuff like that. You don't want that kind of garbage because that's the wrong type of fat, and that'll actually cause more inflammation and deplete your immune system more. And the protein you're going to get from, like I just said, from the wild caught fish. You're going to get it from the grass-fed beef, grass-fed dairy, the cage-free eggs, that kind of thing, okay? So increase fibrous veggies, moderate protein and fat. Identify digestive weaknesses. 70% of the immune system is in the digestive tract. That's very, very important. Now, one of the big things is that when we eat sugar, it really disables our stomach, our liver, and gallbladder from digesting properly, which will make us even sicker. So number 4 goes with number 2, okay? These all go together actually, but you'll see once you put it in the process. Okay, so you want to identify digestive weaknesses. We do something called nutrition response testing, where we locate where in the digestive tract the person is weak, and so that we can supplement it properly, in addition to locating, eliminating stress, cutting out sugar, increasing fibers, veggies, moderate protein, fat. By the way, sorry if I'm reaching across I've got an injury on my arm here, so. Anyway, number 5, identify weak parts of the immune system and supplement. There are viruses, bacteria, fungal infections, and parasitical. And one thing that I have noticed in people with chronic immune system problems, like I had Lyme disease, I had all of these. Most people that come in that have some kind of chronic immune system problem, they're going to have all these. With nutrition response testing, once again, we figure out where the person is weak, and then we supplement for it. And we do very, very well with that. There are lab tests, but they don't show exactly what the body is fighting. They'll show like a global immune system weakness. You need something more specific. Okay? So that's my 5 steps to rebuilding the immune system, either after one's been sick or if they've been chronically ill. You can apply this to any kind of illness, really. You can apply this to autoimmune disease, Lyme disease, whatever. So hopefully this helped. And as always, if you have any questions, just type them below. If you like this video, like and share it. Thanks.